Now tuning in to Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.
Before we even, get into the bullshit, I do have to say that I think I'm coming for your fucking job a little bit.
Whoa.
All
right, harsh accusation right at the jump here, but okay, sure.
I have some breaking news that I think I'm becoming a, fucking film critic.
Okay, yeah, sure. Lay it on me.
I watched yesterday for the first time. Coney?
Yeah?
I think I'm a film bro now.
Okay.
Because yesterday, for the first... I've got your
what
fucking
did Chris
number.
Make you watch?
Yesterday, for the first time since I was 7 years old and I was stuck and being babysat at a party, I watched The Matrix for the first time. So I'm a fucking film bro now.
Welcome. Hell yeah.
If you die in The Matrix, you die in real life. I'm a film bro now.
Yeah, welcome.
I got your fucking number.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to fight. We can just both exist in this phase. I
don't know, man. I think the main thing that I got from The Matrix is that everyone is gay and you fight, so...
Yeah, and I think that's what the Wachowski sisters were planning all along.
Here's the thing. I know this isn't a Matrix podcast. It can be.
I mean, yeah. We could just turn this ship around real quick.
I do think that The Matrix qualifies in our criteria of being cryptid and gay.
Sure.
I don't know how anyone watched that movie in 99 and was like, this is straight.
Right.
This is not a trans allegory.
Right. There's nothing to be read here out of this. And it's like their first movie was about lesbians, guys.
How did anyone not...
Are you... What? Let's see. Leave some context clues a little bit, maybe. Some media literacy, perhaps.
Neo's name is Neo. Hello?
Yeah. Come on.
And Neo dies twice. And the first time it's in a trans way, and the second time it's in a Christ way. Hello?
Which circles back around again.
Anyways, welcome to Into Twilight.
Welcome to Into the
Matrix.
We're
talking about The Matrix today.
Yeah, we've rebranded.
Or have we, though?
Ooh,
you know?
Yeah.
Has it really been The Matrix all along?
Yeah, maybe we've all been in The Matrix this whole time.
Here's the thing. I think that's actually my biggest fear. Because...
You say that every week that you have a new biggest fear. And I just want the record to show.
I am afraid of a lot of things.
Your mind is never incapable of creating new, bigger fears.
I didn't know that I had a fear of being in a glass coffin.
Sure.
With, large ass things connected to my body in an octopus-like way.
Yeah.
Until I saw it on screen.
Yeah. I mean, that's a fair realization to come to, for sure.
So, I think that it is valid. It's a valid critique to say that I bring up a fear every week, like I do in therapy. But I do think that that's really creepy.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I'm not negging you on that. Absolutely not. No.
When Neo comes out of that goo... It's a
it's big and scary and not fun.
Gender affirming.
Right.
Sure. Not at all subtle.
Right.
But also a little spoopy.
Well, just a little bit.
What is that goo?
Yeah. Who is she? What does she want?
What does she want? So, anyways, I'm a film bro now.
Yeah.
My letterbox is at Team Edward. The only things I've reviewed are the Barbie movies.
Honestly, that's a reprieve. That's what Letterboxd needs, honestly. Hold on. I'm just going to see if the username Team Edward has been taken on Letterboxd.com.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair.
There is.
Really?
Yeah.
What have they reviewed?
Most recently, The Chronicles of Narnia.
Fuck yes, dude.
Tick Tick Boom. House of Gooch.
Is it me?
Yeah, I think this is you. Although one of their favorite movies, or at least one of their favorites, is Shawn Mendes live in concert. So that is tragic.
Okay, yeah. So it's not giving.
It's not giving, Cher. It's not giving. But hey, we love to see it, and we stand.
But it is giving Mr. Tumnus, so that's.
It's giving Mr. Tumnus. Not like
I'm glad that wasn't my first sexual awakening. You know.
Oh my god.
Anyways, welcome to Into the Twilight.
Hey.
How are you? Oh, this episode's got a lot of regrets already.
We're so early into.
We're so
That's how you
fucking
know
early.
It's good. That's how you get some heat coming up. You know.
It's because it's my bedtime. Right. You know, so
yeah, it's a little bit loopy hours right now. I'm doing good.
Good. I'm glad.
Thank you. I had a different happy thing actually planned for this, but I did see your happy thing, and I was like, oh, I have something that's related. That would be a little like wine pairings, perhaps.
Ooh, you brought a cheese plate for me?
Yes, I brought you a little charcuterie. And that is the television programs of Miss Queen herself, Paris Hilton.
Cody, you shouldn't have.
I am, and I'm gonna do it. I'm talking specifically about the shows in 2021 because there are multiple of them. We can talk about The Simple Life. We can talk about all of the past and stuff. Those are all fabulous. However, she has 2 television programs on 2 different networks in this calendar year, and they are talk about like perfect mind goop shit. It's perfect. Yeah. First of which, Cooking with Paris. On Netflix.
No.
Yes. And it was like the first big thing she did post like the This Is Paris documentary, her telling her truth, whatever, finally being like real for a second or whatever. Right. And so she was like, I'm going to do a cooking show with all.
We're going to get real.
Right. Well, in the fact that I'm going to bring all my famous friends over, I don't know how to cook, but I am going to learn how to. And I'm just going to like make shit that I like, which is like macaroni and cheese that looks like confetti, or like like the most like God-fearing of like sights and sounds on a plate.
Fuck yeah.
Covered in sparkles, in beautiful little like she writes in these giant little cookbooks with like calligraphy pens and shit, and she's just like walking around in her giant ass house that's like always a mess because she's kind of a mess, and just being like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what any of this does, I don't know how food works at all, and none of my guests do. I'm gonna just like vibe and talk the shit with Kim K, and I'm just gonna make some breakfast for her, and we're just gonna eat together, and that's the show. And it's bliss.
To be a mess at 40 years old.
To be a mess at 40 and just live the best life, you know? And there's always like shots of her like shopping for groceries and stuff where they put her in like giant ball gowns or like very fancy things, and she's just in a regular ass supermarket with regular ass people, and she's in like her blinged out mask and just like going through the aisles and shit, and it's perfect. It's very good. Mush. Second of which is a more recent one, is Paris in Love, which is on I believe Peacock.
Okay, sure.
And it is literally just about her planning her wedding with the most average of guys. Just like a normal ass dude.
I do need to look up the spouse immediately. A venture capitalist who wrote 2 books in 1 year.
Ooh, okay, flags. But literally it's the more messy, even messier I would say, because she was like, yeah, we're engaged, and you know, we love the date 11/11, so we're like, yes, let's make that our wedding date. And then she's like, well, that means we have to plan this wedding in 4 months.
Oh, no.
She doesn't want to do any of it, and nobody around her is doing anything. And her poor spouse is just like, can I help you, please? Can we get someone to help plan this wedding? Because nothing is happening. And your mom is like breathing down her necks and stuff. And it's just chaos. And you see a lot of the family dynamics up in there. Like her sister has a big old stick up her butt in that regard. And Paris is just vibing of being like, yeah, it'll get done. Whatever. Like, the wedding will happen. We're just going to vibe. I'll probably get Taco Bell. Like, it'll be great. And it's a mess. And I'm obsessed with it.
Oh, I love nepotism.
Yeah.
You know?
It's,
Anyways, that's amazing. I did not know that she was doing shit right now. The last I'd heard from her was when she was being like courted by Tana to be in like videos.
Yeah.
That was the last I'd even seen of her.
I forgot about that. What an era.
Same. But God bless.
She's out here running shit in the most chaotic way possible, and I have to stand.
Also, weird thing I didn't notice when you Google Paris Hilton, it does have her height and shoe size.
Too much information.
You don't often get a celebrity shoe size.
Yeah. I don't think I want to know that.
Yeah, I could do without that information. Fuck. That's weird.
Now you'll never forget it.
I will never forget it. Paris Hilton and I have the same shoe size, and I hate knowing that.
Right.
Actually. I wish I could go back in time and forget that.
Yeah. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm okay. This is usually my bedtime.
Yeah.
And as I think I've said many times on this show, I take quite a few medications for my personal health that make me incredibly tired.
Yeah.
All throughout the day, but specifically like in the evenings, which is why I go to bed very early. Yeah. And because of those, I cannot drink. I'm not supposed to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
But when I stay up past my bedtime,
right.
I equate them to making me feel tipsy. And I don't know what that feels like, but I equate it to feeling like that. And I feel that way right now, which is very nice. It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
That's great. I have a happy thing. This Hulu documentary I watched a couple weeks ago, and I'd meant to discuss it, and then I forgot. And that's okay. I'm bringing it to the space now.
Yeah.
Hulu has done a great job recently of having some good docs, which I appreciate.
Yeah, hell yeah.
This one specifically is the Von Dutch documentary.
Yes.
Specifically, The Curse of Von Dutch.
Yes.
When I had seen this, there were a couple of things that went through my mind. One, holy shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Which was criminal, because this ruled, like, when I think of late elementary, like, through middle school, this was, like, it. This was what fashion was. And also, like, most of the documentaries that have come out recently, I was very hesitant. I was like, fuck, is this going to be, like, 8 episodes? Like, what is this going to be? And I was very pleased that this was a very, like, tight story. And I appreciate that, of being like, we know that you are most likely coming in with some background here. We're going to tell you everything that you don't know about this. I only knew the, like, when Von Dutch was famous. Of, like, seeing the Von Dutch, like, the trucker hats on Cribs and, like, on The Simple Life. Like, on everyone that I was admiring at the time. So getting all of the background of, like, murder and stuff was truly wild. There's been, like, some wild documentaries this year. Like, I'm thinking about, like, the Lula Rich one.
Yeah.
Specifically, like, the ones that we've gotten about, like, Nixium, too.
Yeah.
And this one, it was, like, a whole other level. Because I knew nothing about this. And I very much appreciated being, like, here's what you thought you knew about these trucker hats. Here's everything else around it.
Right. It was so much, like, darker than I was even expecting it to be, because I really didn't know how the whole controversy of it, I suppose. But the way that they tell it is, like, very jarring in a very good way. But it's like, whoa, holy shit.
It was just nice to know, and also to see some of the, like, really fucked parts of fashion, too. Like, it was very entertaining and also edited well.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate, too. So, we have a very special piece of current events here.
Hell yeah.
I know that we've had a couple of different, like, anniversaries recently, celebrating our 5 years. But we have, not yawning for our 250 episode, but
not me yawning.
not me. But this is episode 250, and we have some very special, like, Spotify wrapped information, which is fantastic. Would you love to dig through this?
Yes,
together.
Absolutely.
Okay. Where would you like to even start? We have so much info here.
So much.
Take us through it.
We got some data up in here.
Rather than us being sentimental and us sharing info.
Right.
We're going to share about you all.
We're going to share about you. One thing of note that was very fun.
Yes.
Is that many people listen to us more than any other podcast. Which makes me, makes me big cry.
This is...
Yeah. And 38 of you listened to an episode of our show on your birthday.
I need to know names.
Yeah. Reveal yourselves. What? You spent your birthday with us?
I need to know who you are. Not because I'm going to yell. I just want to know because that is very pure. And I love that a lot. That makes me very happy.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah.
I'm also very curious about the 65 of you who celebrated the new year with us as well. Because, hello?
Yeah.
Hi. I find that very pure.
Yeah.
So thank
that
you.
is cute.
The statistics on here make me emotional. And
Yeah.
I don't like that.
And I'm emo.
And I don't appreciate it.
Yeah. How dare you make us soft and mushy?
That's not for us. So, excuse you.
Yeah. Sorry.
Something, it's not from the rap specifically, but it's from, we have access to, I won't say like a lot of information about our audience, but we get some information about our audience.
We're not mining your data. Spotify probably is, but
no,
we're not.
Spotify doesn't tell us everything about who you all are.
Yeah.
But it does tell us a little bit of information about like where most of you are located.
Right. We're outside your house right now.
Hi, I'm the one in a red hoodie holding a boombox. Hello.
Yes.
And one of the things that I look forward to the most is being able to see what artists that you all are listening to.
Yes.
When we saw this last year, I distinctly remember them being sad.
Yeah. I feel like it was chaotic too. I feel like Eminem was on there or something wild like that.
I feel like that as well. These artists don't surprise me. I will say that.
This seems par for the course.
Having Taylor Swift at the top does not surprise me.
No. Swifties, rise up.
Giving our audience demo.
Yes.
Here.
Yeah.
Adele is nice to see.
Yeah, love that.
And I also appreciate seeing Hosier here.
Yes. Let's go, lesbians.
Hello. Welcome. I appreciate it. Nice turn of pace is the last two here.
Oof. We got Mr. Styles. Not
bringing
shocking.
up the back.
Bringing out the rear. And I was going to say friend of the pod, but it's only because we've talked about her on the pod. She's not a friend of the pod. She has no idea who we are.
Die.
But also Twilight Stan herself, Olivia Rodrigo.
Right. So, Princess of Pop, bringing up the back.
Yes, absolutely.
Can you imagine a dining room table of these five?
What would they talk about? Yeah, though.
One, that.
Yeah.
Second of all, can you imagine if they all laughed at the same time and accidentally harmonized? I would pass out.
Yeah, that would be the kill shot, I think. That'd be the last straw.
I feel like if that happened, if they laughed and accidentally harmonized, I feel like my bones would rattle so much that I would die or something. Right. So I have been trying to delay this question that we've gotten, but I do feel like we got to talk about it.
I do think it's time that we address the situation.
So we got a request to address this piece of content. It's less of a question, but it's a piece of content from a Facebook group. I don't know what Facebook group it is. I'm assuming it's Twilight, but I don't know. The request was just to get our feedback, to have us discuss quote, this masterpiece. This in and of itself feels like the fan fiction for this week.
Yeah.
I will try my best to read this. I don't know who it's from. There are no names.
Sorry.
But this is the post, at least part of it. Bella was too dramatic over Edward leaving this, and it was such a short relationship to be devastated over it that you MFers can have sympathy for Taylor Swift and her 3-month-long relationship with Muppet-ass, regular human-ass Jake Gyllenhaal from like 10 years ago and bawl your eyes out to All Too Well 10-minute version thinking you relate because the boy you have a crush on from the bar that one night didn't Snapchat you back for the second day in a row. But Bella Swan, all caps, who was devastated after 6 months with a supermodel, millionaire, super-powered, I feel like someone's like, hold me back.
Yeah.
Super-powered immortal who then took all away with him with no warning. There's like 7 question marks here.
There's so much punctuation here.
That is too far for you. You related to All Too Well because of a fling you had in the 8th grade. But Bella Swan needs to move on. Grow up. Grow up. You would have turned into a ball of snot if you were Bella Swan. It's time we stop thinking she went overboard when we would have been at the bottom of the ocean long before her. I feel like this is an open mic where someone just was like came up and was just like, you need to leave.
This is like at Q&As when they're like, it's more of a comment than a question, and they just do this for 3 minutes.
Could you please do me the honor of describing the attached?
Yeah, I would love
image.
nothing more than this. It is a JPEG of Jake Gyllenhaal himself, with text on top of it in like huge font with a stroke, all caps, very bold. But also like the lowest opacity possible, maybe like a 5 to 10% opacity up in here, over his face, over the entire JPEG, and it just says, "You are not stronger than Bella Swan," and there are, count it, 6 exclamation points. This is, where to even begin?
I don't even know.
With this. Sometimes great art stands on its own. You know what I mean? Like, does it need to be commented on? Do we need to unpack it? Must we? What could we possibly say that's better and funnier than this?
This is literally hilarious. I feel like I need all of this text on a t-shirt. Like, yes.
This is my manifesto. This.
Oh my God. One, if this is ironic, beautiful. If it's
Excellent.
Not ironic, I think that's even funnier.
Yes.
Because the amount of effort that it took for someone to write this out on Facebook, Meta.
Right, sorry.
Sorry. Is truly unbelievable. Do you think Stephenie Meyer, I'm not over The Matrix yet. Do you think Stephenie Meyer, like, really fucked with The Matrix? Because my answer is, I think yes.
Yeah, I mean, she loves Gattaca.
That's, like, okay, so that's what I was thinking when I was watching this. She's a science fiction freak,
yeah. The influences are there, for sure.
That's what I was thinking while I was watching it.
It always comes back to Stephenie Meyer. Every piece of content we consume is tainted by her.
It's unfortunate while I was watching that I, like, while I was watching the cinematic masterpiece that is The Matrix, that I was like, damn, do you think Stephenie Meyer likes this? I can't get her out of my fucking brain. Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah. We've got brainworms. We've got Stephenie Meyer shaped brainworms.
It's fucked because, like, she liked Gattaca, and she really liked Gattaca, so she probably really liked The Matrix.
Yeah.
But she doesn't, she still thinks the gender binary is real, so.
So, listen.
So she didn't really understand The Matrix,
Maybe she didn't get this.
Maybe she doesn't really like science fiction as much as she thinks she does,
Yeah, hey.
Maybe she's not that good of an English major.
Whoa.
Because when I left after getting my English major, I wasn't straight anymore. So
and that happens to everyone. That's how it works. That's why people go to college to study English.
Right. That's what I think happens when you go to college, is you come back and you're not who you were. So
right.
Maybe you should go back to college, Stephanie.
Yeah.
I need to fucking close this tab. I can't stare at the stock foot of Jake Gyllenhaal anymore. If we know anyone that's like a professional actor, like voice actor, I would love a like really dramatic rendition.
Yes. Poetic stylings.
Yeah. Like a really dramatic rendition of that post. Just for personal reasons.
Yeah, right. Just
to make it like our new audio.
Yeah. I think new theme song. We're done.
Right.
I'm going to sleep to it at night.
Yeah, just, for reasons.
Yeah.
Fuck. Thanks for sending that, though. Because I can't get on Facebook, just for, like, mental health reasons.
Right.
But if you see that kind of bullshit, I would love to have it sent to us.
We need some moles in Facebook.
You can be our spies for us.
Yeah.
When we last talked about frostbite.
Yes.
The love of our life, Rose Hathaway, was continuing to go through it.
Yeah, still just going through the ringer. Yeah.
And rather than going through it, having things go through her, as the proper English way of saying that grammatically, she was like, "What if I self-inflict harm?" By throwing myself down a mountain.
Right. And just not care if I live or die.
Right. The healthy way.
Yeah. The way we all rationally process emotions.
It's mental illness.
It.
So that's what I remember.
Yeah. I think that's a fair. She also got a little sexy conversation with what's his nuts. What's his nuts? Adrian.
Yeah, right. John Green.
She's being like, yeah, I don't fuck with Damien anymore. Maybe Mason could be my boyfriend. Also, who's this guy? Hello, he smokes cigarettes, clove cigarettes.
Clove cigarettes.
And he's being a little saucy with me.
Yeah, so you look like trouble.
Yeah.
What's good?
I'm in. I love that right now.
You look like trouble. You smoke clove cigarettes. I got a black eye. We look like we could rob a bank. Yeah. Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right. So we are in chapter 11. Yes. What is happening?
Liz is Gone Girl.
Well,
not like Gone Girl, but Rose
we are
is like,
supposed to be in a ski lodge where you cannot leave. Right.
So what's up with that? Are you doing trouble? And Rose like, God damn it, I gotta like find fucking Lissa, see what's up, make sure she's good. Talking about this very lavish suite that they got going on.
I wish for anyone's sake that they would just stay inside that room. I need to know more about it.
Yeah, I wish there was more details. It's like, ooh, it's lavish and beautiful, and it's just like, give me you are so descriptive of so many other things. I want the full spread of this.
Yeah, knowing that like it sounds like the shower has like 3 different nozzles. It's like, why would you go outside this room?
Why would you ever leave? It's cold out there. There's snow.
It's cold.
Stay inside.
Stay
like
inside.
Some hot cocoa,
see if you can find nasty channels,
Right. So Rose uses her Bond TM, and it's like, where's my girl? Let's sense her out. And obviously she's chilling with Christian. But they're
fucking, of course.
They're not fucking, but they are being a little scandalous. They're doing
different crimes.
They're doing different kinds of crimes. Tasha's here, who Rose famously is very on good terms with, and definitely was prepared to see her very soon after that.
They have an adult supervising these crimes, so it's not sex.
It's not sex. They are doing magic. Whoa. Which is big bad.
They're doing practical magic.
Right. Yes. Doing practical magic and like magic that could potentially harm other people, which historically is not how magic is supposed to work with the Moroi. And that Tasha's there. It's not allowed, and it's especially not allowed for Tasha to be teaching the children how to use magic in that way. But also, she doesn't owe shit to anybody. Nobody likes her. Nobody's
Right.
got her in her corner, you know. Fuck
Right,
it.
and it's about tribe, and it's about power, so...
Right, exactly. So I'm trying to make some girl boss moves out here, okay?
Right.
All right? Come on now.
Yeah, she's like in jeans. This girl's not ready to fucking... She's gonna do business.
Yeah, she's here for business, okay?
Right.
She's making money moves, okay? We
Exactly.
have to respect it.
And one thing I appreciate about Rose in this moment is, one, she's having a great time because she's watching Christian get, like, really pissed off because he can't figure this out.
Yeah, he's not very good.
And it feels very... it feels very much like Rose and Alyssa are kind of, like, sitting in on a Dimitri Rose session.
Yeah.
With Tasha and Christian, which I think Rose is kind of entertained by.
Right.
It's
like, oh, it's nice on this side.
Right, exactly. And also, I think that it allows her to kind of, like, respect Tasha, because she's like, ooh, this isn't allowed, but, like, this is actually be really helpful for a guardian.
Right.
These kind
This
of
is
moves that
actually
you're teaching him.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. So fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I can respect this. Even though
Hell.
you're touching my man.
My
So-
mans. They do this whole thing, too, where they're, like, talking about their teeth for a little bit longer than I
Oh,
would like.
yeah.
And her, like, usually, like, people like Lissa don't really smile with their teeth at all. And some, like, will smile, but not with their fangs. But Tasha, she's badass. She smiles with her fangs out. So everyone knows. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. Tasha doesn't play by any rules. She doesn't give a fuck.
She doesn't give a hoot, okay?
Yeah, these two, if there's anything to know about these two chapters, Tasha doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's kind of the through line of this whole thing. Character
Which is why she's the
description
best.
does not give a fuck. And it's just here.
If there's one thing to know about, like, what really, like, turns Dimitri on, a woman who has long hair and who
Yeah.
doesn't give a fuck.
Exactly. So, not too dissimilar, you know?
Yeah. Which
you can
is
learn.
unfortunate.
Right.
Because, like, Rose is still a child, and so she does, unfortunately, act really rude to Tasha.
It's a little aggressive, little pointed.
Yeah.
And Christian's like, you're being kind of a bitch. She's like, I'm just tired, okay? I'm
I don't
like
even
this
know what
all the
bitch
time.
means.
I don't even
So-
know what you're talking about, okay? This is how I am all the time. So
Which is not wrong.
it's not. It really isn't. And Christian's like, so, I heard on the rumor mill that you're hanging out with Adrian. She's like, what? Who told you that? Like, what? Oh, to Mason, not to Christian. Mason.
Oh, yeah, because he, like,
Mason
hobbles
hops
up.
Yeah, Mason hops on it and is like still like a bum leg and just being like, "Hey guys, I'm alive. What's up?
I'm here.
I'm
so,
here.
what's up?
And I'm ready to ski again. And this time I can do it good. Trust me."
Yeah, because somehow he doesn't need a cast or anything.
Yeah, he's just vibing, which, you know, I guess that's how science works.
And it makes no sense because when we saw him, not only just last chapter, but like a day ago, it sounded like he sprained his ankle. And you don't just wake up the next day and be like, yeah, what's good? I can just see again.
Yeah. It's like, sorry? No.
Okay.
What? Is that okay?
Magic man?
All right, wizard.
Didn't know that's how that worked.
All right, heresy.
Yeah, like, okay, burn this guy at the stake. Like, what the fuck? Why isn't anyone looking at Mason?
Yeah, like, y'all. I know everyone's being a little sus, but Mason's just walking out here like he didn't just fucking sprain his ankle.
Maybe he's like
12
faking his
hours
limb.
ago. Yeah.
It's not how brains work. But yeah, he's like, Mason's being pouty because he's like, so someone told me that you got drunk with Adrian.
So you like bad boys now? And
Rose is like, fuck yeah, I do.
exactly. And he's like, I mean, I did essentially like sprain my ankle for you in like a very badass and cool way. So I'm definitely on the same level for sure. And Rose just like, what? Just like, first of all, stop getting your gossip from Mia. We don't like Mia. And Mia does not know how to tell the truth ever.
Right.
So like, jot that down.
And you know that, Mason.
And you
like,
know, we have
Mason,
history there.
You just, like, we just had that, like, winter solstice dance canonically, like, maybe 10 days ago.
Right. So
where's your brain?
What
Hello?
happened?
where are these people? But yeah, that's unfortunate.
No.
But yeah, apparently Mason, this like, with his magic man ankle now, is like, so yeah, I'm good to ski. So
Yeah, let's hit the slopes, baby.
But Lissa and Christian are not going skiing.
We got fancy lunch, dinner, banquet, whatever that we gotta do. It's fancy.
Yeah,
So, y'all losers can do whatever you losers do.
Yeah, with these royals who we've definitely heard of before.
Yeah, famously the queen's best friend, Priscilla Voda, who we know.
We've heard of before. But apparently they do that. Skiing happens.
By the grace of God.
Yeah. No one seems to die during skiing, which is good. I would like to know, from your perspective, a little bit more about what happens during the ski session, though.
The ski session?
Because I was curious, I did not know this, and I don't know that it has ever come up, about the school rules about snowball fights being prohibited.
Seemed very specific, right? Like there had to be an incident prior to necessitate a hard and fast rule.
I agree. I think that Frere Rocher, I think, probably just put this in as like, we're just going to make this like a really magical moment where snowballs are like allowed now. Not realizing that you, Rochelle Mead, just made snowballs sound far more engaging and interesting than they've ever been before. And I would like to know the incident that made them not allowed.
Yeah, you've created a rich fiction that you're not even going to explore, Rochelle.
Yeah.
Come on
like,
now.
But what kind of dare moment have you provided where you think that St. Vlad's thinks snowballs would be filled with glass shards or razor blades?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like they get into this little fight. A snowball like knocks Mason out in the face immediately.
This dude's such a wet blanket.
This dude cannot catch a break. Not for a second can he catch a break. And it's fucking Eddie, who we know. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah.
He came from, the $1 Million Cook-Off that he was at before and was like, hey, what's up? I'm a vampire now.
Yeah, hey, what up, what up? I'm your best friend, canonically, and you know that, because I'm telling you. But, like, them being like, yes, we can do snowballs here. It's so different, but, like, at the academy, it could be, like drugs. Or, like how kids on Halloween have shit in their candy, and it's an epidemic.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
You know, it's like, sorry? Hello? Can I get a little more of this, though? Can we stay a little bit more here, though, please?
Yeah, like, that's the thing, Vlad, that you're worried about is in Montana. Yeah. Oh, no. Kids with magic. Don't want them making snowball. Like, fuck off.
Like, at least that would make more sense to me, though, if it was like, oh, people can use, like, their element or whatever to make snowballs dangerous. But it's
rather
like...
than glass
shards.
Razor blades?
Like, okay. Not where I would have gone with this particular fantasy fiction. But sure.
Yeah, that sounds like something that you would say if you were in, like, a city high school. Like, who are you? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, sorry, what?
Okay, sure.
Go off. All right.
Right, whatever.
And this turns into a full brawl. They are just going at each other with snowballs. And it's very fun. But also it seems very violent.
It does seem to make Mason very happy.
Yeah.
And
he's loving it.
It makes Rose happy, so great.
Yeah. And happy enough that they do
smooch.
They do a little smoochy smooch.
So that's whatever.
And it does nothing for Rose at all. But, it
does a lot for Mason, though.
But Mason is smitten, as per usual. And she's like, it did not, lit my bowels on fire and everything on fire the way that Dimitri's does. And it doesn't give me the allure, perhaps, of something else. But it is friendly. And Nice. So, there.
Yeah, I definitely felt it like broke my heart because there was that part where she was like, yeah, I'm not really sure if like Mason and I are official or not, but we're probably close or whatever. And then Rose says, but like when I slept, I dreamt about Adrian. And it's like, fuck, man. Like,
come on.
And what's weird is I don't know that we've had a moment where Rose has like had her bond thing happen when she's sleeping. I don't think that's happened. Maybe like the first book, like at the very beginning, she like was
because she like woke up in like a cold sweat, right? And then was like, in
because she like sensed Lissa like at the very beginning of the first book or something, right?
Right.
This dream definitely felt like she was in Adrian's head.
Yeah, it was very surreal, but also like in a fantasy fiction of her own making. But obviously, like through what seems like his eyes of like what he wants her to look like, maybe, or what she wants to look like to him. You know, because she's like, I'm wearing a sexy little crop top and jeans that I could never afford, but I always wanted, and also I got my belly button pierced, and what I'm wearing on my belly button ring is that cursed talisman that my mom gave me for Christmas.
Yeah, I couldn't tell in this dream if Ferrero Rocher was trying to hint that, like, it was Rose's dream, because, like, it was Rose's. Like, a lot of the stuff is, like, from her head.
Yeah.
But I also couldn't tell if she was hinting that, like, there is, that Adrian is, like, trying to get in her head.
Right,
too.
like they're trying to do a little mind meld situation. Because they have that confrontation where it's like, hey, does the sun bother you? It's sunny out here. And he's like, no, it's my dream. It's cool. And she's like, no, it's my dream. So back off.
Yeah.
This is my dream. And he's like, well, I don't know about that. It's like, what?
Well, and he also says that thing of, like, you're surrounded in blackness.
Yeah.
Which feels, that feels at first like definitely something that would be said to her in a dream.
Right.
Of like, that's a subconscious thing coming out, right?
Yeah.
But it could also be someone like appearing in your dream being like, you're shadow kissed and I've never seen that aura before. And so I wasn't entirely sure, because this hasn't really happened before, like what Ferrero Rocher was trying to hint at here.
Right. Yeah. It's a little more vague than I guess we're used to in terms of her foreshadowing. Yeah,
she's usually like very overt.
Right.
And so the fact that she like ends this dream and wakes up to another attack, yeah, made it seem like there's something about the dream that's like obviously like very important.
Right.
Here, and Adrian being involved is intentional.
Yeah. Ooh. So yeah, Stragoy's back, baby.
Yeah.
People died. And then the chapter ends.
When they said that too, I got my hopes up and I was like, oh fuck yeah. Like, everyone's stuck in the ski lodge. This is gonna be a murder mystery. Like,
yeah, they're gonna get snowed in and they're gonna have to be pointing fingers at each other.
Exactly. I was like,
who had the candlestick?
Yeah. And it's not that, unfortunately. Like,
no. They, again, leave immediately. They go outside again.
Yeah.
Which, like, hello? Stay inside.
Yeah.
It's dangerous out there.
Yeah. It's not... The death did not happen in the ski lodge.
Right. Yeah. They all go out to see what all the hubbub is about.
Yes.
Everyone's whispering, gossiping, very scary.
Which, fair.
Yes, like, it's a very traumatic thing. Nobody knows what's going on. Rose is trying to find either her mom or Dimitri just to get some
decide on her mom.
Facts which... up in here. Yeah, it does decide on the mom, because she's like, I'm not ready for whatever is going to happen with me and Dimitri right now. I'm just going to
It's a real rock and a hard spot place there.
Exactly. Yeah. But does make a very intense eye contact with Dimitri, and then averts very quickly, being like, "What? Who? I didn't see you. Nope."
Well, so that's the thing, right? Because she was like, I don't know whether to go to find my mom or to find Dimitri. And she was like, fuck, well, I guess I need to go to my mom.
Yeah.
And of course, because it's her mom and her mom's like the best.
Like, yeah, big dog on campus.
Right. She is big dog TMTM merch. Everyone has kind of like set up shop in her room.
Yeah.
And so naturally... Yeah, and so, like, naturally, like, Dimitri's there, and she's like, well, fuck.
Well,
like,
there goes my plan.
Yeah, I guess I can't really avoid him here.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns
so that
out
does make things hard.
8 Moroi and their 5 guardians all were killed.
That's so many people.
Which is a lot of people. Many of them either died or missing or turned into Strigoi themselves, which, not great. Don't love that.
Yeah. It's not good. That's obviously a lot of people, especially given, like, it's made it a point with Ferrero Rocher that, like, the numbers are dwindling. That's not...
Right.
It's not good on a lot of different reasons.
And it seems like the numbers on the other side are only getting bigger because they're turning people. It seems like. So it's not... And they got humans, apparently, on their side too. So it's like, uh-oh, we're fucked.
Knowing now that this is it's not just a planned attack, but it's also a serial killing, it does make me wonder from the ending of the movie, if that is how this book goes. Like,
yeah,
if it's
right.
If the Strigoi are like
planning a big overturn thing.
Yeah.
Like a big attack like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Because the ending of that movie was real spoopy, and now I'm wondering, like, if that is how this book is supposed to go.
Right. It's like, are we going to get spoopy? We're going to get more spoopy?
Right.
Here?
And I honestly don't know, because we got a lot of books left.
Yeah. We finally see some emotion from Rose's mom. Miss Robot
Janine
Janine's feeling. She's getting choked up. It's very painful.
Not a lot.
Not a lot,
she's
but
still
like...
the, like, leader.
Yes. Still has a composure about it, for sure. But it's definitely a crack in there a little bit, which is like, oh.
Rose
Miss never has feelings.
Freaked out about that, too.
Because Rose is like, what? Who are you?
Yeah. This was highlighted a lot, too, where she was like, I always thought of my mother as some sort of unfeeling killing machine, but this was clearly hard for her.
Yeah.
And Rose was like, well, can't deal with this, so...
Yeah, sorry. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Not only for Rose to witness, but also she's kind of... There's a lot of, like, things that are turning in her brain. Mm-hmm. Specifically, and I know that she kind of waited until the conversation had a natural slowing point, but went up and, like, asked her mom, like, hey, so who died?
So give me the goss. What's up?
And that's what I thought at first. I was like, Rose, like, why are you trying to get hot goss right?
Yeah, read the room.
Like, that's not appropriate. And then when she ended up seeing the list of, aside from the royals looking at the staff of who died, to realize that Mia's mom worked there, I was like, is that why we are still talking about Mia?
Yeah, it's all coming back to this.
Is her mom? Fuck, dude.
Trauma. We're back. Mia's relevant again in a very sad way.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to have to, 1, feel sad about this girl.
Yes.
Or 2, talk about her in general.
Right.
And now
we can't not.
And now we can't not, because her mom has got.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Anyways. So that's not good.
It's not great.
No, it's not.
No.
Lissa's not doing well.
Lissa's down bad. Very scared, naturally. And Rose is also like, I'm not gonna leave your side. We're just gonna stay chilling here until we feel a little better about all this.
They do have to wait. I mean, naturally, like, everyone is kind of, like, stuck at the ski lodge because, like, what are you supposed to do?
Right.
when there's been a massacre 2 states away. It was in California. But it does seem like the general consensus to avoid and kind of dispel some of the rumors is that they're going to have like a fucking town hall.
Yeah, right. A big council meeting.
With all of the people that are at the lodge. Which is a choice. This is super interesting.
Yeah. I do love too that like Rose comes in and she's like, all right, I'm gonna see what they gotta say, whatever, and immediately is sitting in between Dimitri and Mason, and she's like, god damn it, come on. Fuck. Are you for real? This sucks.
Yeah, because the way that they describe it is like obviously like the ski lodge isn't set up for like, it sounds like this room is kind of like a fucking conference room.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah, like set up for cons or whatever, right? And so like at the front, they have all these chairs where all the royal families are sitting that are here. And then everyone else is sitting in all the regular chairs.
Yeah.
And so Lissa's like, fuck you, like, I'm the only one that's here in my family. I'm going to go sit up at the front. And Christian's like, fuck this. Like, this is all bullshit. And I do like that Lissa was like, no, you should go sit with your aunt. Go represent your family.
Yeah.
And he was like,
I guess
fine. And so, of course, like, Rose is alone and go sit with Golden Retriever Mason.
Puppy dog boy.
And puppy dog boy. And I love that probably, like, what went through Dimitri's head was like, well, Rose is sitting here. I don't have anyone else to sit with. You must take care of Rose.
Right.
This is the only, like, logical choice. And she's like, fuck, dude. Like are you kidding me?
You were so bad at picking up vibes. It's insufferable.
Now you just have to, like, sit here and not talk to you and just, like, hate this vibe.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Seeing the way that all of these, like, really privileged royals try to solve the solution is awkward.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
Yeah, because it feels just like politics, right? Where they're all just trying to be the most diplomatic of things, and everyone's just like, yes, what if we do something like this? Or what's the root of this problem? It's like, what are we talking about, guys? People are dying. We need
and that's
strategy.
like what Tasha ends up doing.
Right, yeah.
Is
Tasha
like
comes in as a girl boss and is like, hey, fuckers, what are we even talking about right now?
Yeah, like, everyone else is wearing these, like, really, all the other royals anyways are wearing, like, really fancy clothes. And Tasha is still wearing jeans, is wearing a tank top.
Powerful.
That shows midriff.
Whoa.
And Ferrero Rocher makes a point to say that she's wearing a blue lacy cardigan that came to her knees.
Her knees? That's a long cardigan.
It's a really long cardigan.
Yeah.
Ferrero Rocher does not mention if she's wearing shoes or not. If she's not wearing shoes, that would be a fucking power move.
Just he went through the snow barefoot and just came in and was like, fuck off, I'm here.
Fuck off. Yeah, I love that. But yeah, this whole thing, she just goes on this fucking, like, girl boss monologue and is like, I hate everything that you said, Monica, of lowering the age range and sending our kids off to die. So fuck you.
Yeah.
And you.
First of all, fuck you.
First of all, fuck you. And you, like, Charles or whatever the fuck your name is, we're not going to, like, start communes. That's not how this works.
No. That's not helpful to anyone.
No. We need to learn how to fight. And the fucking Charles or whatever the fuck his name is, he was, like, dressed up in Ralph Lauren, was like, well, what are you talking about? Like, you just want us to have, like, clubs and stakes and then just, like, learn how to fight? Oh, his name was Andrew. Of course his name was Andrew. Obviously. And Tasha was like, well, Andrew, if that's what it takes. But there's other weapons that we can use too. Ones that the Guardians can't. And he's like, oh, yeah?
Like, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Like what?
Tasha?
Tell me one, Tasha.
Like what? And and she, like, takes the sweater. Oh, she, like, waves her hand, actually, and the sweater that he had put on the back of his chair, like, burst into flames.
So sick.
And like, the end of the chapter is everyone effectively, like, taking a breath in And it just says, and then chaos broke out.
Which, like, fuck yeah. I want to see the fights. I want to see Tasha torch these people up. And Christian. Everyone.
All I can imagine right now is, like, Dimitri putting his head in his hands. I mean, like, fuck. Like, because I know that's probably, like, exactly what he would do if Rose did this. And he's just like, come on. Like,
can't we have...
Can we just have, like, one normal conversation?
One, please. I'm the bar is not that high.
No.
And yet.
And honestly, I love that. I love that for her. She's great.
We absolutely stand. Tasha is top tier. I love her.
She's the best.
My mom, my wife.
my wife.
My wife.
Yeah, I appreciate her. But I already know that people are going to be like, you need to leave. So,
get out of here. You're ruining everything.
But yeah, so we have chapters 13 and 14 next. We're like almost at the halfway point already. This book
How
is
did
like
we get
fucking,
here? Yeah.
It's fucking speedy. So yeah, Rochelle is a fucking Lightning McQueen. She must churn these things out. Yeah. So who's her mater, you know?
Yeah, that's just seriously.
We have some amazing patrons to thank.
Hell yeah.
Would you like to start us out?
Yeah. Thank you to Katie Black.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Thank you to Kylie Minty.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Thank you to Alex Dornan.
Ooh. Thank you to Carrie Goldberg.
Thank you to Mickey Meyer.
Ooh. Thank you to Rebecca Cullen.
Thank you to Mulch Gray.
Ooh.
Mulch.
Thank you to our unofficial intern, Taylor Brown Town Lautner.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you to Danae Swan.
Ooh. Thank you to Jasmine Anastasia.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you to Cassandra Bomer.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Thank you to Megan Pattinson.
Thank you to Cassandra O'Shea.
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 Thank you to Rachel Seeker.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Shout out Alexandra Ozera.
Thought you were about to say my whole fucking name.
Yeah, okay.
On the show.
I'm going to dox you right now.
I wish you would. Thank you to Aaron Weber.
Thank you to Clara Belikov.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Thank you to Katya Karp.
Shout out Maddie Facinelli.
Ooh. Thank you to Genevieve Morgan.
Thank you to my mom, your mom, and all of our moms. Kelly Beck.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you for mothering all of us.
Thank you. Thank you to Sophia Salinger.
Thank you to Laura 40.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Thank you to Abby Penn.
Thank you to Catherine Hathaway. Ow.
I had to take a deep breath for that one. And last, but certainly not least, thank you to Dan Zeklos. So here's what I'm going to say about this. I personally would love to see our unofficial interns fucking AO3 wrapped. Or fanfiction wrapped.
Yeah, ooh, that would be good. Those are good
but
stats.
I do know that is probably between Taylor Browntown Lautner and God.
Yeah, and the Lord.
and the Lord. This fanfiction was sent in by our unofficial intern, Taylor Browntown Lautner.
Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you, Taylor. This is, I'm happy to report, from a crossover section I do recognize.
Oh, thank God we're in fresh waters here.
We are in comfortable, safe waters. This is from the Vampire Academy and Glee crossover.
Great.
Section. It is titled Of Loyalty and Princesses. And it was written by a friend of the family, Rose Belikov. 26.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. Here's the summary. Kurt has sworn to protect Brittany Pierce's life. After running from their school, they're caught 2 years later and must go back. To continue his guardian training, Kurt must do so under the eye of the school's new guardian. Will it distract him too much? This is already making me blush. Unfortunately, I am a slut for Klain.
Yeah.
Which is a problem.
Listen, who among us?
You know? It was a time, you know? I'm going to be reading from the end of chapter 1. I would stop fighting if I were you. A male voice whispered in my ear, and almost immediately, I stopped. Almost. I gave it another moment or two before I fell limp in the guardian's arms. He turned me around and let 2 others grab my wrists tightly behind my back. The typical stoic mask all guardians wore while on business was in place, but I could tell he was satisfied with finally capturing Britt and me. We were practically wanted fugitives as far as our government was concerned. Nobody just ran away from school. I wanted to smack all of the arrogance out of him. His eyes stopped me, though. They were a clear, honey shade of hazel and were a little below my line of sight. They held the years of an experienced man. I was shocked that such a tiny person was capable of such great strength.
Oh, no.
Thank you. Oh, no. Thank you. It'll make this whole process a lot easier. His eyes, those captivating eyes I was still struck by, flicked to another guardian in the group. Hathaway. Radio in that we found them. Who are you? I finally managed to sputter out. I was in no way happy that we'd been caught or that I couldn't see Britt. Her emotions were loud and clear, however, and she kept asking if we would be all right. There were times when I desperately wished our mental bond was two-way. The guardian allowed himself a small smile. My name is Blaine Anderson. I am the head of the guardian team sent to find you. Welcome back, Mr. Hummel. End scene.
Wow. The crossover we didn't know we needed.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? I would die.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's poetry right there.
You know? Wow. Taylor, you've goddamn done it again.
Thank you for your service.
Truly the best gift, you know?
Absolutely.
Well, folks, watch The Matrix.
Yeah.
That's your homework for this week.
Yeah.
You know, until next week, as we say here in the Pacific Northwest.
Get bit.
And get Von Dutch.
Ooh.
No, don't. Just get whipped. Fuck that company.
Yeah. Into the Twilight is an Earbud Media production. You can follow us on Twitter at Into the Twilight or on TikTok at Into the Twilight Show. You can find me at Cody Corral on Twitter and Allie at Alexandria Does. And you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Into the Twilight. We have merch, so much stuff. All those links are in the episode description. And make sure to rate and review us on your favorite podcast hosting platform. It really helps the show. Thanks. Bye.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media, audio for everyone.